Hello my beauties, welcome back to another video. On today's video we are going to be playing once again with the beauty creations in collaborations with Evettexo. This is the eyeshadow palette that we'll be using on today's video. I also did on my previous video. If you haven't watched that video yet, I will be leaving it on the description down below. But I did a little like unboxing of the PR box and just kind of like the packaging and all of that stuff. And I did a more simple eyeshadow look using the collection. So if you are interested in watching that video after you're done with this video, of course, I will be leave it on the description down below. But yeah, so I decided to play around with these products once again and just give it another shot. I really liked everything in the collection, and this time I wanted to come up with something a little bit different, a little bit more creative, and it's just something a little bit out of my comfort zone. So this is the eyeshadow look, and just I also did my complexion on today's video. I will be leaving all of those clips onto the video so that way you guys can see my foundation routine and all of that stuff. I also did my brows, so I'm doing everything on camera. I'm just going to be doing a I'm going to fast forward the clips and just doing a voiceover, just so that way the video is not super long. And yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this eyeshadow look and this complexion, please consider subscribing if you like anything that has to do with makeup and fashion. And yeah, I will be also leaving all of my social medias in the description down below, so that way you guys can go ahead and follow me there as well if you like. And yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Alright guys, so we are starting off with the voiceover. I am using the Brow Freeze by ABH just to tame down my brow hairs, and I wanted to do a little bit of that feather brow look for today. Now I'm just using the ABH brow pomade as well, just to kind of fill in my brows a little bit, to make them a bit fuller, and just to apply it on any sparse areas that I have. And I'm just basically doing like really small hair strokes type of thing, just to make the brow look a little bit more natural. I'm going in out with the Frankie Rose concealer, just to kind of clean up the brow a little bit, as well as to use the concealer as a primer for the eyeshadow. And I'm just using a really flat brush. That one is from Morphe, I believe, and that is just to help me create a more of a straight line, so that way I don't mess up my brow. And I'm just going in with a more fluffier brush, just to really blend that concealer in with the rest of my skin. So I am now jumping into the first shade using the Evettexo and Beautycreations shadow. And the first shade that I'm using is Obsessed, and I'm just putting that kind of in the inner corner slash crease. I'm just trying to create like a half crease type of look. I'm just going in with more concealer, and just to really cut down the crease a little bit, and then just kind of blending that in. I wanted to do like a pink shade, so I wanted to use the Pretty Girl eyeshadow, and I'm just using that with a packing brush, and just really putting that all over the lid, except the outer corner of the lid. And I'm just going back in with Obsessed to kind of blend those two colors together. And then at the end, I just kind of with the same concealer brush that I use it on the outer corner, just to kind of blend in the colors a little bit. I am applying tape, and now I am going in with the shade Date Night, and that's the shade that I'm using just to create that kind of like wing liner. And I went back with Obsessed, just the smallest amount of that color, just to kind of blend that together, and it looks really nice. Now I'm just going to apply some glitter onto that pink color, or on the lid, and I'm just using some eyebrow color or eyebrow glue, just to kind of glue down the glitter. And I'm also applying some little like rhinestones on the wing liner that we created. There's some really small pink color rhinestones. And then now I am going in with this Beautycreations as well. These are some liquid liners, and they make them very, very easy to work with. As you can see, I'm really not struggling at all because of the pointy felt tip that it has. And for lashes, the ones that I'm using are by EXO Cosmetics, and in the style that I'm using them is the Natural Babe. So those are the ones that I am applying. Now I'm going in with this Glow Recipe Plump Hyaluronic Serum. This is really gonna help out to create like a tackiness feeling onto the face, just to create like a primer for our foundation. Then I moved on with the Super Hydrate Moisturizer by ELF. This one does kind of the same thing. It's a little bit more creepy consistency, so it's going to act great for whenever we go into with our foundation. And the foundation that I honestly been loving so much is this one by Frankie Rose. I am in the shade Vintage, and honestly the color of the foundation matches perfectly to my skin, and I really love this foundation. It has great coverage. You can of course build it up to a full coverage, so I would say it's more of a medium to full coverage. Now I'm going in with contouring. I am using the KKW contour. I am trying to like learn how to contour a little bit better, so I'm still kind of like trying out different things to see what suits best, you know, my skin, or not my skin but my face shape. So yeah, so I'm just doing like some weird contouring type of things. I am using the setting spray from Evettexo Collaboration, just to kind of help with the contour stick to kind of blend a little bit better with the foundation. And right here I'm just blending all of that in. And of course for the nose or any like smaller areas, you just want to go in with a smaller brush. And for concealer, I'm using the Frankie Rose concealer in the shade Fresh, and I've been loving that concealer as well. Going back again with that setting spray to help melt down those products together with the face. And I'm using a beauty blender just to really blend the concealer in and everything together. And as you can see, the concealer looks super smooth. It's very brightening and it looks really good. And of course I'm going in with the Evettexo face palette, and I'm going in with that first shade to really brighten up the under eye. The shade that I used is Hello Basic. And I think for face powder, I am using the ELF, the new Camo ELF face powder thing. I forgot what it's called, but that's the one that I'm using for my overall face powder. And I went in with the Evettexo face palette, the Sun Kiss, just to kind of bronze up and contour my face a little bit. And I'm basically going over with that same shade on all of the areas that I applied the cream bronzer, just to really make sure that all of that kind of pops up. And I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. The shade that I'm using is called Forever, and it's in, yeah, it's by Jaclyn Hill. I really like her blush palettes. They're really good. And I went back in with the setting spray so that way I can apply my highlight, and I think I mixed both of the shades, and honestly I cannot stop using this face palette. It's so good. And for underneath my eyes, I'm going in first with the shade Obsessed. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Pretty Girl, which is that pink shade color, just to make it, you know, somewhat of a brown, but with the pop of pink. And for my waterline, I'm using a ColourPop liquid liner, or a liquid pencil. And then for the inner corner, just to brighten the inner corner up, I use Evettexo. It's that pinky color. And of course, I forgot to show you guys, but I was using her lip trio. And this is it, guys. I hope you guys like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys like this video. Bye.